Michael, what's up, man?
How you doing? How you doing?
Dude, how you feeling? Big couple wins coming at you for the last couple weeks.
Definitely feels good to, have a couple team wins, especially against good teams. The Steelers, they're a great team. We beat them. And then even though the record doesn't show it, Houston Texans, their defensive line is very good. And, we came out, we prepared for them, and we executed our plan.
Love it. So we threw this up on Instagram, said what questions should we ask when we do stuff like this? And one of them was, and you kind of just said something about this, but who is the hardest person you've ever had to block?
Last year, if you had asked me that question, I would have said Cam Hayward. But now I think it's Javon Hargrave.
Eagles fans, there you go. This question, have you ever collected cards like when you were a kid or anything?
I most definitely did. Going to, stores like Kroger and Walmart as a kid, I always had to get me a pack of cards, see if I get my favorite Bengals players.
Yes, sir. Oh, so you were a Bengals fan as a kid?
Yeah, I'm originally from Cincinnati.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Worked out. That's awesome. I love it. So the hobby has changed quite a bit since we were kids. A lot of these cards can be very valuable. Your teammate, Joe Burrow, if you get a card out of these boxes, they can be very valuable. So what we do is we use what we call hobby packs in our program.
Okay.
So the stuff we were buying at like Walmart and Target, those are retail packs. When we were a kid, the chance of getting a valuable card out of those packs was like 0%, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like almost impossible. Now with hobby packs, there's a high chance of autographs in every box, and then even some of the rookie cards are pretty good. So for those of you out there, the Brothers and Cards family, this is Michael Jordan. Let me introduce you. Michael Jordan plays for the Bengals, went to Ohio State, the Ohio State University.
Yeah,
Tough for me to say, Michael. I got to be honest with you. I'm a Sparty. So
that's like little bro to us. So I haven't lost to Michigan State at all.
I know, man. So I think maybe the last time you guys got beat by them was one of my good friends, Josiah Price, played tight end at Michigan State, and he caught a touchdown to beat you guys. And man, it was probably like 2000.
Last time they won was 15.
15 was it 15? Yeah, that's probably it. But
it was the year before I got to Ohio State.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Josiah Price is a good friend of mine. We went to high school together. I played quarterback. He played tight end. We actually got to do one of these boxes with him. And then Kirk Cousins is a friend of mine as well. Obviously went to Michigan State.
Whenever I first enrolled to Ohio State, I graduated high school early, and they would always play this highlight video of, the kicker going like this after kicking the field goal. And it was supposed to motivate us, not to lose to them ever again. So it worked.
Well, mission complete for you guys so far, because that's
no matter what their record was, they always played hard. Michigan State always has these tough, rigid defensive linemen and linebackers that just play violently downhill.
Yeah, I wish they could get it together on their offensive side of the board, because that has not happened probably since Connor Cook and Josiah Price and all those guys left.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us Sparty fans. But no, I have no hate for Ohio State. I'm very thankful that you could do this. Shout out to the Hurry Up for setting this up and introducing me to you. But, man, I really appreciate you doing this video, and hopefully you enjoy opening these cards. Hopefully you get something awesome out of there. Maybe see some college or pro teammates. Should be a lot of fun. So your box, what we do is we take a list of all of our customers, and then we randomize packs to them. So actually your name is on our pack sheets. If you go to brothersandcards.com, scroll all the way down, you can check out the pack sheet. You'll see your name and what packs you got. It's completely random. We have no controls. And I don't remember. Your box could be awesome. Your box could suck. We'll see. The packs are random, but they are all current year hobby packs. Got a great chance of getting your guy Joe Burrow and some other guys in the league. So who would you say, real quick, I'll ask this before we get started. What Ohio State teammate are you still closest to?
Well, I'm close with, a lot of the guys still in the team now.
Sure.
Tuck Borland, Jonathan Cooper, Luke Farrell, Gavin Cupp. And then, outside, it would be Devon Hamilton, Malcolm Pridgeon, Dwayne Haskins, Chase Young. I can go on and on because, sure. It's not, a fake brotherhood. Anytime I reach out to one of my Ohio State brothers, if I need something, the answer is always yes, and vice versa. Whatever they need from me, they got it. Because, we sweated together and we bled together. So, it's a mutual respect thing.
I love to hear that. I played at Taylor University, which is a small NAIA school in Indiana. And it's like, I have a lot of friends from high school or whatever that went on to play at different schools, and they don't have that. I'm very blessed. I feel like I have the same brotherhood you're talking about with my Taylor teammates. But I hear a lot of guys, both D1 and NAI levels, that don't have that experience in college. So I'm thankful that I did. And I'm thankful it sounds like you did too. So that's awesome, man. Hopefully we can get some of those guys in these packs. So go ahead if you want to just pull out one of the packs from your box and then show me the pack, and I can tell you what it is. Every box this month was guaranteed a pack of Mosaic No Huddles, different brands that are worth different values. So like Prism is worth like $100 a pack. I don't think you got any of that in your box, but that Mosaic No Huddle is worth like $30 a pack. Go ahead and rip that thing open. We'll see what you get.
All right. Let me see if I got some scissors. I can't find the scissors. Give me a second. Yeah, these are pretty current. Got Sam Donald,
Yep.
Aaron Donald, Christian McCaffrey, Baker Mayfield. This one's kind of big. It's Terrell Davis, little throwback.
Hey, it's got a piece of his jersey on it. Nice.
Yeah. And then let's see. We got Joe Montana, big throwback.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Terry Bradshaw, and then Julian Okowa.
From Notre Dame?
And then Ken Anderson.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite player when you were a kid?
Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco.
One of my best friends, college roommate, Justin Keys. Shout out Keys, the legend. We were recently at one of my friends' weddings, and he was like, "Listen, I need you to do me a favor. When I get married, I need you to get Chad Johnson to be my MC." I was like, "It's a tall task."
That was a tough assignment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, that's a big one. But no, he loved Chad Johnson, loved Chad Ochocinco, Kiss the Baby, all that.
Chad Johnson was my favorite player to watch. He was probably the reason why I wanted to play football, because I would see him score as a kid, and unfortunately, I wasn't gifted enough to be that athletic, so I became an offensive lineman.
Hey, listen, no harm in that.
But yeah, so open up the second pack. We had Chris Godwin,
Nice.
Patrick Mahomes.
Hey.
Another great player, George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the game currently. And then we got a rookie here, Justin Herbert. He's doing really well right now.
Yeah, man, and see how that's like chrome, like chromey. That makes it even more valuable. So like the other ones are just like paper. That's like chrome. That makes that super legit. That's a good card.
And then we got Lamar Jackson.
Hey.
Another great player who's dominating the game right now. And then we got Randall Cunningham, NFL legend. And then we got rookie Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, he's coming on. Him and Hurts are hooking up over there in Philadelphia, all right.
And another rookie, Antonio Gandy Golden.
Nice, from Liberty.
Receiver. We gotta have some. They gotta get some offensive linemen in these things, man.
Right.
Big kids need love too.
That's right, dude. That was funny. I have in my notes here. One of the reasons I was so pumped to have you on here is I've never had a lineman do this before, and it's like I played quarterback, and so it's fun to get all that spotlight and all that credit all the time. But I always felt bad for my bigs because it's like I might get sacked once a game, and everyone's like, all the offensive line. But hey, man, I played 70 plays. Like they did great. Like they don't get the credit they deserve. So thank you for protecting all the quarterbacks that you've protected. Some big names on that list.
These are some good cards right here.
All right. That's the Mosaic No Huddle. Those are sweet.
Yes, Steve Young, Rob Gronkowski. He's one hell of a player. Just how his work ethic and everything he does. Same with Nick Chubbs, great running back who I want to say he got 150 or 60 yards against us. Him and Kareem Hunt. Yeah, just unbelievable.
I had Chubb on my fantasy team. He got me to the championship this year.
And he did.
Let me down this week, man. They couldn't get it to the Jets.
Man. And we got Christian Kirk. Stephon Diggs, another great wide receiver who had that crazy catch for the Vikings a couple years back. Josh Allen.
Nice.
And then, Jonathan Taylor, another good running back that I played against in college. I mean, he was definitely tough to go against, but Buckeyes always come through.
The Buckeyes always come through.
Jake Fromm, I want to say I played with him in the Army game actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Josh Allen, how it's got like those little bubbles on it, that makes it a no huddle exclusive. That's actually got a little bit more valuable to it too.
We got Evan Ingram.
Nice.
From the
Pro Bowler.
Yeah, Pro Bowler. Jared Stidham. And then I think this is the second time, but like Aaron Donald.
Nice.
Yeah, he was a good player to go against. I played against him for, I'm going to say 5 or 6 reps against the Rams last year back in London. But it was towards the end of the game, and they were already winning by then. Melvin Gordon, another good Wisconsin running back. Miles Sanders, Penn State. I'm sorry.
I'm out.
Yeah, this one, I respect him as a player, but 2016 obviously hurt. Still butthurt about it. One of my good friends, Connor McGovern, he's the starting right guard for Dallas Cowboys currently, and he went to Penn State, and he's always rubbing it.
Rivalries never die, man. That stuff hurts forever.
Every second he can get. I'm like, yeah, but I won 2 out of the 3 we said we had together. So we got Darius Smith. I want to say he's a defensive lineman.
Yeah, I think he's like a linebacker, but he comes up on the line a lot.
Yeah. Another great quarterback, Big Ben. Isaiah Simmons, he's really good. He's really good. And then Stephon Gilmore, he's really good. Another great guy. I had the opportunity to play against him my rookie year. And then Dalvin Cook, another great running back. He's actually some pretty good cards. Brought back a lot of nostalgic memories.
Yeah, dude, it's fun, man. It's fun. Different way to connect to the game.
For the next, group of cards, you got another great receiver, DK Metcalf.
Beast.
He's an absolute beast. See him catch a ball. The ball looks so tiny in his hands. Like I'm 6'6" 3/4", and my hands they're like fit for my body, but they're not like massive. And it just looks like the ball is so tiny in his hands. And you got Devin Singletary, Antonio Gannon-Golden again.
Nice. It's autographed.
Yeah. And then Deshaun Watson. I'm glad we beat him. There's little paybacks for 31-0 in 2016.
I never forget.
We got Aaron Rodgers. It's crazy because like a lot of these guys, like Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. I got to meet Tom Brady and Big Ben, not personally, but just to watch him play because obviously we played against those teams. And it's like super nostalgic because you watch those guys when you're.
They've been there forever.
Yeah. And, yeah, he's really good right now. Justin Jefferson playing really well for the Vikings right now.
Yes, sir. And so you see on the bottom left of that card, there's like numbers there?
Yeah.
What are the numbers?
He's 256 out of 799.
Nice. So that's like serial number. That makes that card a little bit more valuable because it's limited. There's only 799 of those made.
Man, then for the last two, Alabama running backs, Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake. It's kind of crazy how when you look at their backfield, you got Kenyon Drake, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. Who's the other? Bo, can't remember his last name.
Scarborough.
And that's ridiculous to have those guys stacked like that. I believe, he's going to go to the Hall of Fame, Odell Beckham Jr.
He's got talent, that's for sure.
He's got talent. He's really good. Chris Godwin, another great player. Jerry Jeudy, he's ridiculous. I remember watching him in college. Another great wide receiver. And then, Cincinnati native Travis Kelce.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he's good. He's a great tight end.
I had him on my fantasy team too, so I've been rooting for Travis Kelce all year. It's been good.
And then we got Ryan Kerrigan. I think I played against him. We got defensive linemen. There's the offensive.
There we go. I know, man, dude. I know. Listen, we have every month we list 99 or $1.99 cards on our eBay auctions. We list like 1,000 cards, whatever. And there's like a select few that if there's ever an offensive lineman on it, they snatch them up. They're all about the offensive lineman collection.
Apparently, I want to say the year I got drafted, the year before was the last year that they did cards for offensive linemen.
So there's this brand called Unparalleled that typically has offensive lineman cards, but they didn't have any this year.
You got Ryan Tannehill, quarterback for the Titans. Mark Andrews, he's one hell of a tight end. And then you got Jerry Jeudy again, and then you got Lamar Jackson again. I remember actually they showed him Madden 20 right now, or it's Madden 21. His highlight against the Bengals. I remember watching that on the sidelines, him running. It was like 40 or 50 yards, and he spin moved and got 3 players at the same time. I was like, okay, these guys.
As we say, he hit all the buttons on that run. Got the spin move. He got them all.
And then you got Drew Lock, I think he's one swag QB. It looks like he's always, enjoying the game and he truly loves to be out there. Like he loves the sport. I don't think I've seen him frustrated.
So yeah, man, it's kind of fun. Kind of takes you back a little bit to when you're a kid ripping packs from the store and all that.
Most definitely does. My aunt's kids, they would love these cards.
Give them to them. They can have them all if you want to give them to them.
For sure. He's a big Lamar Jackson fan, and he does not, believe in family loyalty at all.
Not buying into the Who Dey Nation.
I hope Lamar Jackson gets 500 yards on you guys. I'm like, dang, what about me? He says, I hope you do okay. I don't want you to do too good because then you guys might win.
No loyalty. That's hilarious.
No loyalty whatsoever.
Well, some other questions that we had from our Instagram fans here. So do you have any pregame rituals that you do before every game?
So I'll kind of walk you through my routine. On Saturday, go to crowd therapy, get a massage, and then after that, when I'm in a hotel, I try to eat as much food as I possibly can because on game day, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's nerves, but I can never really eat on game day. Leading up to the game, I'm mostly, stretching and listening to music, getting me in the zone.
Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist is Drake. Drake shirt for Christmas. Alex Redmond, is one of the older guys who kind of showed me the ropes and how to last a long time playing in the league.
Who has the weirdest pregame ritual on your team?
I guess the funniest things is just right before I'm getting ready to go out, for the anthem and stuff, there's still a couple guys listening to music and they're singing out loud and they don't realize how terrible they sound.
So in your first year, you had Andy Dalton behind you, a veteran guy. I know a lot of people have different opinions on the red rifle, but no doubt a veteran guy in the league. And then this year you have rookie quarterback Joe Burrow. How's that transition been as an offensive lineman? Hearing them communicate with you and the rest of your team. To me, when I watch Burrow, I feel like, he doesn't look like a rookie. But, I'd love to hear your take on it. Has it been smooth?
It's most definitely been smooth. I mean, right from day one. So obviously we faced a lot of trouble with COVID this year. So when it was time for OTAs, we would have, Zoom meetings with skilled players. The whole offense would be together. And just from that point where I would hear him call plays, I was like, all right, Joe, he's obviously evolved as a player since Ohio State, and he's more dominant. And then one thing that I always notice, no matter what, is that, at the end of the day, Joe Burrow's car is still at the stadium. He's still there. He's, putting in extra work. So he definitely, all the accolades that he's received in college and even now, he definitely deserves it because of how hard he works.
I love it. I love that, man. Yeah, I didn't really know much about him. Did you play with him at Ohio State, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about him. I know that there was nobody was knocking Haskins out of the starting job, and everybody was just kind of, sitting back and waiting. And so when he left for LSU, I was like, yeah, I probably would too if I'm sitting behind Haskins. And so then, when he got his shot,
just like that whole story just shows you, the chip he carried on his
I
shoulders.
love that, man. I love that.
I mean, to go from third string quarterback to winning a national championship, winning the Heisman, first overall draft pick, it don't get no better than that.
You'd mentioned COVID a couple of minutes ago. What has been the hardest part about dealing with the pandemic this year in the NFL?
I would just say just being adjusted to the schedule differences, because obviously you want to mitigate how many COVID cases get on your team. So how do you do that? You have Zoom meetings at home, or you have them in your suites, or whatever your program has available to you, just so everybody can social distance. And then on top of that, just, you have to wear a mask at all times in the building. I think the Bengals, we did a really good job of following the protocols that were placed before us, because for a while we didn't have any COVID cases, and then we started going against other teams, and then COVID started spreading a little bit, but it didn't really get too far.
Man, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's been frustrating for just everybody's everyday life. I can't imagine being in a business where it's like you're in constant contact, literally, most of the time violent contact with other people, and it's you got to worry about whether or not you're gonna your technique and all that, but then you also got to worry about that stuff after the game and before it and all that. So I'm glad to hear that you guys have been managing that well and handling it. Michael, we always ask our guys before they get off here, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you have a favorite Bible verse, what would it be?
It would most definitely be Philippians 4:13. I can do anything through Christ which strengthens me. So, that's always been my mindset my entire football career as a kid. Because, a lot of people, they didn't believe in me or the things that I could do, but, I didn't need anyone but God and myself. That was the only thing that I needed to carry me so far to keep my mindset focused.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what? That verse had a huge impact on me when I was in high school, and I saw it on Tim Tebow's eye black. That's the first time
I was just actually talking to my mom about that, because that was probably one of the first times I seen a football player. I remember I used to live in Kentucky, and we'd have this football magazine. The magazine would be Tim Tebow, and he had Philippians 4:13 on there. So, it's definitely a great memory I just had literally like 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just from that, seeing that, it was my faith was really important to me when I was in high school, and I wanted to football was also important to me, and I kind of wanted to figure out how to mesh them together. And so to see him start doing that, I was like, man, that's awesome.
Most definitely. And there's a lot of stuff as a football player that you cannot control. Only God can. And, you have to put your faith in the Lord that he's going to look after you and take after you. There's injuries, there's trades, there's cuts, there's a whole list of things that you cannot stop as a player no matter who you are. And, you have to know that God always has your best interests at heart.
I love it, man. Build your house on the rock, not the sand.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, man, it was cool. I got to actually meet Tim Tebow a couple years ago because I wore 15 in college because of him. And so I got to meet him and tell him, hey, man, I wore 15 because of you. And he was, shocked by that. I was like, you got to think people all over the country are wearing 15 because it's Tim Tebow. But it was definitely cool to have that conversation with him.
I met Tim Tebow at Ohio State my freshman year of college. And Coach Mickey Marotti, and Coach Meyer were all in the weight room. And Coach Meyer tells me to come up there. So I come back, from lifting weights. And I'm talking to Coach Meyer. And he says, "You think you're as tough as this guy?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he says, "No, you're not. Go back to work."
Talking about Tebow? So you weren't as tough as Tebow?
Yeah, this is exactly what he said to me.
Oh, man. Have you ever read his book, Through My Eyes?
No, I have not.
Dude, it's a super good book. And it talks about his swagger when he was a freshman at Florida, because he played, but he wasn't the starting quarterback his freshman year. And that made him mad. So he'd wrestle linebackers. And
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good book. But again, Michael, dude, thank you so much, man. If there's ever anything I can do for you or any of your cousins or something, just let me know, all right?
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the cards. I know my little cousins are going to love them.